Hello, kit heads. We are talking kit, the home of the greatest football kit content in the world. And as you can probably tell, we are here for another episode of Desert Island Kits. And if you don't know by now, this is where we sit down with some of the amazing people from the football shirt community, and we ask them to pick 5 shirts from their collection that they would take to a desert island with them. And at the end, make them pick one that they will have to keep. It's the eternal hardest question that I get to ask some of these kit collectors. Make sure you smash a like on the video, and if it is your first time talking kit, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, become a kit head, and get involved with all the content that we are dropping, because it's thick and fast right now. We are not stopping. Right, that being said, let's get into this week's episode, and I've managed to pull another legend from the kit community. You can probably see him. He's sat right there next to me. It's Mike, obviously, aka Mike's Iconic Kits. Hey, pal, how you doing? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I wouldn't quite say legend yet. I think, early doors. I think maybe the Mbappe of the shirt collecting game just burst onto the scene.
I think he's a legend already.
There you go.
Hey, don't discount yourself, mate. If your handle says iconic, you're iconic too. That's what I say. True. But no, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on to talk kit and find out a little bit more about not only you, but obviously your collection as well, and the shirts that you're likely to take. So how long have you been collecting?
You know what? I think I was having this conversation the other day, and sort of my whole life, I don't think I've ever actually thrown a shirt away. So sort of as a kid, sort of just growing up, getting one for Christmas and whatever. Literally, I'd say since I was like 12, 13, but then like sort of you don't think of yourself as a collector at that point. No. And it gets to the point where you turn around and look in the wardrobe and you're like, half the stuff in here is football shirts. And then I think it was like start of 2021. That's when I started actually. Yeah, I think lockdown probably played a part in that.
Well, it's everyone, mate. I think that was the boom, wasn't it? It kind of jumped from a little hobby to this absolute massive community that you see now. It is a lot to take in sometimes. What's your magic number then? What's your body count? How many shirts?
Oh, you know what? I've sold a lot recently because I've been trying to slim it down.
Yeah,
I think we're touching 200 now.
Nice. That's a good number to have, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, the girlfriend wouldn't say so, but yeah.
In terms of your 5 that you've picked today, was there any honourable mentions you wanted to bring to the table? Some that just missed out?
I'll fly through some honourable mentions. Yeah. I don't have it with me, but I think the most valuable one I've got is probably I've got a signed England shirt, the whole team, and that's got like that's the golden generation. That's like who's who of English football. So that's definitely my most. But like names like John Terry and Steven Gerrard, I wish I could cross those out. But the rest of them though, it's pretty decent. Got Rooney, Beckham. But anyway, so that's that one. And then favourite United shirt all time, controversial one. I think it just stands out in everyone's mind, doesn't it?
Mate, that shirt gets so much hate, and I put it in my top 5. I love it. I did a top 5 for retro football kits with Jay, and it's in my top 5. I think it's transcended being that joke now because of the half time. It's transcended that now, and you look at it now, and it goes for a good price because it's an outstanding shirt, and it looks something other than a football shirt. So you can wear it with a pair of jeans, you can wear it chinos, you can wear it out.
Yeah.
It's not just a football shirt for me. I think you should have put it in your 5, to be honest, mate.
You know what? It was close, but seeing as I wasn't born when it came out, I felt a bit.
But that's fair enough, mate.
Yeah.
Any more you've got there?
I've got 2 more. I couldn't go through this podcast without doing a shout out to the big man,
the lad,
the little man, the little man.
As soon as you pulled that shirt up, and I thought when he turned it around, it's got to be Martinez. I don't know why, but something about that white shirt.
You know
Martinez name that suits it best. I don't know.
I was at the game at the Emirates where he scored his diving header. I mean, it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but I just remember him flying into the. Like near the corner flag, that little jumpy, that's just stayed in my mind since. Yeah, absolutely. Shame we didn't get a result in that one, but
no, unfortunately.
And then last honourable mention, it's got to be this one, the Drake shirt that everyone bangs on about.
Yeah,
Pogba, gotta be.
Yeah, I mean, again, another shirt that transcends just football now. You know, you look at fashion and football. They did in the 90s, but I think maybe not so much the 2000s. But now they go hand in hand, fashion and football.
Yeah.
You look at PSG and Jordan, Daily Paper, and all that kind of stuff. And that shirt probably was one of the ones that really brought it back. Some top honorable mentions there. So I'm saying if your honorable mentions, the ones that just missed out, are that strong, this five has got to bring it, mate. It's got to bring that heat. I'm telling you. With that being said, let's get into shirt number 5 then. Of the 5 you would take with you if you were stranded on a desert island.
All right. So shirt number 5, desert island. I'm thinking this one because you know what? I'm gonna need it in the night because it's getting cold. Something for the fire. There we go. Sorted. But no, seriously. My number. Yeah, my number. No, never. That's my dad's. Just to be clear, it's not mine. I would never. Not a single one in the collection. Number 5. It's got to be this bad boy. I think it's 08, 09.
08, 09, yeah.
Yeah, third, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the Ronaldo. I mean,
that
season, that growing up for me, that just brings back the memories of the Champions League runs. I know that 08, 09 wasn't the successful one ultimately, but just that team just, I don't know. It feels a long way from it now.
It does. You know, it's sad it was the breakup of that season, and straight away you talk about Arsenal away. That absolute wonder he scored against Arsenal. That free kick was in that kit. And I think the breakaway goal as well he scored. I mean, for me, again, you know, big United fan, similar to yourself, United in that blue is special. And I think it's something we should have a lot more of every so often. I love United in a blue kit like that. And that one, for me, that template, you know, I know it didn't have the lines on the back.
Yeah, the stripes. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because they're terrible.
Yeah, they don't last.
That template shirt was wonderful. The home shirt gets a lot of love. I think the black away shirt from the season before is one of the most underrated United shirts in a while for me. But that blue one the season after was beautiful. You know, that you think of the embroidery as well to celebrate sort of 58 and everything like that is spectacular. And no, it's a great one to have in your collection, mate. And like I say, the Ronaldo name set with the Champions League name set as well is extra special on it, mate. It's a great start. It's a great shirt. And I'm glad you picked it, mate. I'm glad the United one's in there.
It brings back good memories, that one.
Yeah, it does. When we were good, you're right.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
again, a great start. Shirt number 5. So, moving on to shirt number 4.
This one, the design of it, I've not seen this one get spoken about too much. And given that they have a lot of shirts that get spoken about, this PSG, I feel like it went a bit under the radar. It's got what do you call it? Iridescent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the details on the badge and the swoosh. I'll be honest, it's not the wildest kit, not the wildest shirt. I'll be totally real, but it's special with Thiago Silva on the back, one of the best defenders of all time.
Yeah.
So this one's got a lot of meaning for me because it started off just like a 5-a-side sort of shirt, right? Yeah. So I've worn this into pieces almost. It was 2017. I went interrailing and I wore this like everywhere.
Okay.
So like I've got a picture of it at the San Siro. Obviously, Thiago Silva being a Milan legend, and like I remember being in the street and like someone like Thiago, like as I walk past, and it just brings back good memories, that shirt, because like I wore it so much over there, just going around Europe. I mean, there's so many PSG shirts, aren't there now? So many.
I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I'm wearing this is because the picture you sent me. I knew you were gonna throw a PSG kit so far. I joined United as well. I thought I'd throw one in there. I hear what you're saying. You know, PSG have so many shirts and outlandish ones that stick in your mind. You're saying that one not so much, but I actually think I agree with you. I think it's under the radar. I think it's a smart shirt.
And it's clean.
Like you say, it's clean. It's like iridescent as well. Before it become a big thing. The last couple of years, they're doing that earlier on. I think it's a great shirt, and you know that's why we love football shirts so much. The memories, like you say, what it brings back to you. You know, the memories of you going around traveling is something that you'll always think of when you look at the shirt. And obviously, Thiago Silva, absolute legend of a player. So good he had a song about him. That tells you how good he is. But overall, are you a fan of PSG shirts? Do you have many in your collection?
You know what? As a football fan, I cannot stand PSG personally.
Yeah.
As a person who likes football shirts, it's an addiction every season.
That's dedication to a team you don't like, to be fair, mate.
Yeah, you know what? You got me there, to be fair. But everything they stand for on the pitch, the way they go about,
they just look beautiful, on it.
Yeah, at least they look nice.
It's like you love to hate them. You know what I mean? You hate the club, but you love the way they look while you hate them. Yeah. Another great pick. And again, you know, it's moving away from what it looks like so much as what it means. And this is another reason why this series exists, because it's not always about the best looking kit. It's about the best feelings you get when you look at a kit, which is fantastic. You're not messing around today. So we'll move on to shirt number 3. What are you picking for your next shirt?
So you might have been able to tell already, but these shirts are sort of ones that have meaning to me and I've done stuff in. So the next one is this England shirt, 2020. I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan at the time of the central badge and the central Nike tick, but it's pretty boring. I can't lie. but I was getting really into following England, right? I'd gone to all the Wembley games and I'd managed to get tickets for the Euros. And I got the tickets for the semi and the final. Sort of going to Wembley in this, especially the semi-final, like the whole stadium singing Sweet Caroline and everything. I'll be honest, that's got to be up there in my top memories at football ever. I don't think I'll ever experience that again, probably with England, but...
No, probably not, mate. And you know, personally not an England supporter, but, you know, living here and obviously family all England supporters. That summer, you know, regardless of it being, you know, 2021, still sort of the pandemic times, we'd not got out of the woods. That summer was really something the whole country could get behind. It lifted everyone's spirits. And, you know, even I got it whipped up in it. I bought I couldn't get any shirts, but I got the home shorts and one of the England T-shirts. I was like, you know what, let's get involved, because everyone needed that cheering up. And then players, they really did that. They united the whole country. Hats off to them. But I disagree with what you're saying about that shirt, mate. I actually think it's a really nice shirt. It's probably one of the best shirts England have had probably since the 90s. I think it's brilliant, mate. The white is so clean. I think personally Nike are the only brand that can get centralized correct. I think the badge and swoosh combo being underneath the crest, Adidas do it above and it looks off. Puma doesn't sit right with me, I don't think. Mainly because City do it, and I don't want them to look. I actually think Nike are the best at centralised. I love the font. I think that the corporation looking like a lion is excellent. I think it's really nice, mate.
You know what? I'll put it in my top 5, but you're winning me over on my own shirt.
I'm here to speak for the shirts, mate. No, I think it's a great shirt. You know, again, a United player on it. I love the fact everyone you've picked so far has a name set. That's new.
I'm the worst with name sets. I can't bear to leave a shirt blank. It's awful. I'm the worst.
It's great. That's what they're for. They're for names. I like it. No, I think it's a great pick, mate. And again, what it means, you've been at the games, you're seeing that team almost.
Well, Shaw had to go on the back for the goal alone. Yeah,
well, of course, mate. It'd have to. You know what I mean? What's the name he called? Either Shawberto Carlos.
Yeah, Shaw.
Or one I coined after him playing at centre back this season, Paul-Luc Chardina. So you can take that one if you want.
Yeah. I'll try and get it catching on for you. I'll just see how that goes.
Absolute stunning shirt, and hopefully, I think I've made you like it a little bit more now. So
you have. You've won me over.
Number 3, an amazing shirt again, mate. Let's get into the nitty gritty now of your choices. So, Desert Island Kits, shirt number 2. Tell us what it is that you're taking.
So far, I think my shirts have been pretty not super rare, I would say. I think that's fair to say. This one's a little bit different though. I've got a box Maradona. These ones I know I'm a little bit conflicted because I think the cash grab after he died is a bit doesn't quite sit right.
Yeah. Okay.
But, I think a one-off kit would have been okay, but to bring it out in 5 different colours or whatever it was, and I'm not a fan of that. This one, I think Maradona especially like. So I won this in a raffle from I think it was Grim Laguna. I won it like about 3 weeks before I actually went to Naples. So going there wearing this Maradona, I took a photo with. I think that's one I sent over to you with. There's a fella with like a fake World Cup and an Argentina shirt. And he saw me. He's like pointed at me in the crowd and was like, "Come!" And these guys took a photo together in front of the stadium, next to the stadium. Right. And the vibes there, like the energy for Maradona, especially, is just like nothing I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I mean, even to this day, I know there's obviously the tribute to him and that's in the city and everything like that. And like I say, before him, they were a small club in the Italian leagues, and he kind of propelled them. And I personally, if it was United, if they were to do a shirt with Cantona on the front, I'm going to be the first in line, mate. You know what I mean? The most favourite player of all time. I'll be there. I understand why they want to do it. I just don't get on board with. You don't have to have 50 kits a season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So another reason it's special to me was this trip to Naples. I took my dad, and he's never been like abroad for football. He's only ever gone to the Emirates to watch this crap team Arsenal. But so like I felt a bit of pity for him, I had to take him to watch some good football, even though they lost the game. But that was a special moment. So I think that's always going to be a special shirt to me.
Again, another great tie-in for a shirt that means a lot, mate. I mean, you've spread it across the board, mate, and watched these shirts are and what they mean to you, and the reason why you'd want them on a desert island. And I think, you've had a very strong form, mate. And they say, I thought the honourable mentions, I was going to be like, oh, is he going to be? But, mate, you've sold me on why you chose.
For me, it's all about the memories. That's what it's about.
Got one more shirt left, mate. So I'm interested to see where we're going and what you're picking.
This final shirt I don't have with me. I'm hoping you can get it on screen. It's a signed Rashford shirt from last season. The 21-22 season. And I've got it framed on my wall, and that was in a period. I bought it when he was in his down patch.
Yeah.
Right. And people are starting to doubt him. And I know you're a huge Man United fan like myself, but for me, sort of academy players coming through, it just means so much. And I've seen Rashford doing well and coming back as well from like the doubts. I think, I've got this man here, Danny Welbeck, my first love. But you know what? I think Rashford's overtaken him. His comeback,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm there with you. Like I say, massive United fan, and the fact that we've gone 80 odd years with having academy products in a starting squad, a matchday squad. Sorry, it holds weight with Manchester United, and it's ingrained that we have these academy products. So when you get someone of the likes of Rashford, who hit the ground running at a young age, and scoring on every debut he was in, he was the boy wonder. And then every player has dips, and he had probably a bigger one than anyone would have expected. A lot of fans thought maybe it was time to move on, but the fact he's come back and Ten Hag's rejuvenated his career, and especially his Manchester United career, is beautiful, and I love to see that. And he's one player that I will always back and want to do well for Manchester United. And having a signed shirt from him is Manchester.
Yeah.
It's tricky with Manchester United shirts, I think, in this period personally, buying them and stuff, because one, I've not really bought many due to the Glazers. I won't get the money. On occasion, I've bought one or two, and then I feel bad. I do feel remorse after buying it. Yeah, so my main point is that it's tricky when you're buying shirts for your team now because of how bad United have been before this season. There's no memories to sort of to hold on.
Yeah, that's the only thing with my Rashford one. It's last season when he was shocking and we were shocking. So
that's it. Last season was probably the best 3 shirts Adidas have produced for us as a 3, but they're remembered for the worst ever performing Premier League team we've ever had. So I've got 2 of the 3, and I'm like, I want to complete this set, but I'll look at it and I just think of how bad they were and how I felt and how I stopped going to games because I just couldn't watch it anymore. And I'm glad the tide seems to be turning, and these shirts this season, I think the away shirt is amazing.
Well, we've already got good memories of these shirts. Okay. I mean, we've got some bad ones too. Don't get me wrong. But I think we've got some images in my head that I can think of straight away.
Well, you mentioned the perfect one there for the Martinez one, of him celebrating that goal. And I was so close to thinking, right, I'm going to buy that away shirt. Literally the day I thought it, I thought, right, we're wearing it today. I'm going to buy it. And then we shipped 7 to Liverpool. I was like, well, that I will just be reminded of that. And also, I was watching the game with my girlfriend's brother and dad. The brother's a United fan, but dad's a Liverpool fan. So then I was like, it makes it even 10 times worse. I was watching him because, fair play to him, he was the first 3 goals. He was quite diplomatic. Didn't want to rub us up the wrong way, kind of thing.
Yeah.
4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, he was screaming his head off. I was like, I need to get out of this place.
I don't know. Did you stay for the whole game?
Problem is, because I do content for football channels, I had to watch the full thing to talk about it. So it's like I can't even get away from it, turn it off now. It's like I'm stuck watching it. But I think in the main, we've won 1 trophy and getting back into the Champions League. Overall, those results will be forgotten, and you can remember these shirts for being, the time. Hopefully, United are back at the top table. But
fingers crossed,
mate, fingers crossed. Yeah, mate, you've absolutely smashed it with your 5 shirts. To be honest with you, mate, I'm really, really impressed with for 200 shirts, for you to whittle it down to sort of 5 is, first of all, good going. How long did it take you to do that?
You know what? I was sorting through them and I was picking out, like, I had a list. I had nice ones, like rare ones.
Yeah.
And then I had ones I got memories of. So ultimately, it came down to more the memories side.
I'll ask you an even harder question now. If all 5 are in the water, you got one hand on the lifeboat, they're about to take you back to civilization, you can only grab one shirt. Which one is it going to be?
Oh, I'm having a tricky time here, I think because he's the man who got me into football. He's got a lot of flaws supporting Arsenal, but going to Naples, taking my dad there, it was just a special time. Yeah. So.
No, mate, I thought that might be the way it goes, to be honest with you, and rightly so. It's nice that you've incorporated, like you say, despite his flaws and supporting Arsenal, you've incorporated your dad into the reason why you'd pick that shirt for sure, mate. I'm really happy you've come on. I think you've done your collection. Not even yourself proud. You've done your collection proud. You've really showcased different teams. A lot of people just go for United or England. The teams to support. But the fact you haven't done that, you picked a team you hate. So that's even better. To be fair to me. There we go then. Another amazing Desert Island kits. What a collection and what a 5 shirts that Mike has shown us. If you haven't already, be sure to smash a like on the video. If it's your first time talking kit, or maybe you talk kit all the time and you're yet to do it, subscribe to the channel. But as always, thanks for stopping by. And whatever you do, just make sure that you keep talking kit.